Hey everyone, this is D, Movieman, fellow cinephile, popcorn addict, and emerging film critic, coming to you with reliable recaps, reviews, and reactions. And of course, I'm coming to you all with another trailer reaction. And today I will be reacting to the trailer for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, directed by Destin Cretton and starring Simu Liu, Tony Leung, Awkwafina, and Michelle Yeoh. Let's get into it.
I gave you 10 years to live your life. Now you see me rise. And where did that get you? You walked in my shadow. I trained you. To the most dangerous people in the world. Couldn't kill you. Son, it's time for you to take your place by my side. You better watch out, 'cause it's my time. It's all mine. That's not going to happen. It's a new era, yes, I come alive. You woke up the dragon. You can't outrun who you really are.
Who are you?
Hold on,
everybody!
Oh!
We make a good team!
Whew, okay, they caught me at the end there. I was like, wait a minute. Who's about to get decapitated now? Oh man. But yeah, not bad at all. So as always, I have a little backstory for you guys. And this film actually entered development in 2001, which was 20 years ago. But it wasn't until 2018 when David Callaham was hired, who was the screenwriter, that the pre-production process actually began. And then of course, Destin Cretton joined early 2019 and we got the ball rolling. And so now we finally have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And it is the 25th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And of course, the first Marvel film to have an Asian lead. You know, I am always excited to see Asian representation as well as representation across the globe, just seeing a lot of different perspectives, different cultures, and having films that operate from a lens that is not just American and just white. So this is going to be my introduction to Shang-Chi. I was not familiar with him as a Marvel character, but I also wasn't familiar with Guardians of the Galaxy and several other Marvel characters. And one thing I love about the MCU is how they introduce not only popular superheroes, but also superheroes we're not that familiar with, superheroes we've never heard of, or we've only heard their names. And with these films, we get a chance to introduce them to a broader audience. So I'm definitely excited to see what the world of Shang-Chi is going to look like, and going off of the trailer, it looks like we're in for a really fun time. So as I previously mentioned, this film is directed by Destin Cretton, and he's previously directed films like Short Term 12, The Glass Castle, and Just Mercy, which came out Christmas 2019, which wasn't that long ago, although it feels like it was. So overall, his body of work and his filmography is pretty solid. And I think it's so cool how these directors who have these smaller projects are given the opportunity to have these big budget films. And I always wonder how the perspective changes when you have that opportunity. So I'm interested in seeing what he's gonna bring to this. And then David Callaham, who is our screenwriter, has previously written for films like Godzilla, Ant-Man, Wonder Woman 1984, and Mortal Kombat. And he'll also be writing for the upcoming sequel to Into the Spider-Verse. So he's definitely not new to big budget films. He's definitely not new to superhero films, and more specifically, Marvel films. So we have Simu Liu playing Shang-Chi, and he is a relative newcomer. He's previously starred as Jung Kim in the award-winning CBC sitcom Kim's Convenience. He also starred in the Canadian TV series Blood and Water. This is his first debut on the big screen, and I am so excited about that because I've said it before that I get tired of seeing the same old people. I love new talent, I love fresh talent, and I'm excited to see the early beginnings of what I hope is a long-running career. And listen, Tony Leung, oh my gosh. As soon as I realized he was in this, my excitement level went up like 10 extra notches. Tony Leung is a very talented actor, and I've enjoyed so many of the films that he's been a part of. In the Mood for Love, Hero, 2046, and Lust Caution. All really solid films with really great performances, and he definitely hits the mark every single time. And then on top of that, I realized he was playing the Mandarin, and I was like, yes, absolutely. And when I say that, I mean the real Mandarin. Because I remember when everyone thought we were getting the Mandarin in Iron Man 3 with Ben Kingsley, but then it ended up being a red herring. And it was actually just an actor playing the Mandarin in place of the actual bad guy. And oh my gosh, people were mad. Like, I remember, like, I didn't have any expectations, so I was just kind of like, oh, okay. Like, it was a little bit of a letdown because I wanted to see what that character was supposed to look like, but then it was just like, oh, no? Okay. Yeah, Iron Man 3 overall was just kind of an odd film. Like, it wasn't bad. It was definitely better than Iron Man 2, but it just was like, just their ideas for that film, I don't think they all worked together. And it was just kind of an odd end to that trilogy. And neither film, Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3, they definitely did not measure up to the standards set by the first Iron Man, which is unfortunate, but it happens. So knowing all of that, I am hyped to see the real Mandarin and seeing his 10 Rings organization and just seeing how all that is going to play out on screen. And I think if anyone can portray the Mandarin, it is definitely Tony Leung. So I am absolutely excited to see his performance in this film. And although I don't remember seeing her in the trailer, I had to absolutely mention Michelle Yeoh. She is an actress that I have loved and appreciated since I was 7 years old. From her performance in the James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies, to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in 2000. Listen, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like that film for me was an experience. Like, it was just something new for me. Like, Mulan was kind of a drop in the bucket as far as me seeing Asian representation, but Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was like next level. Like, the visuals, the stunts, the style, the performances, the music, the score, like, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon for me was just like, it was, like, there are moments for me when it comes to film appreciation. There are always moments where I have a new experience, and over the years, it's kind of opened up a doorway to me understanding and appreciating other types of film. And Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon for me was my first foreign film experience. And it was also my first experience with like live action Asian cinema. So it's pretty significant. And then Chow Yun-fat and Zhang Ziyi and all of them in that film, like, listen. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Like, I have a special love for that movie. And like I said, that really opened doors because I went on to appreciate other films like Hero, House of Flying Daggers, Curse the Golden Flower, and many, many more. I absolutely love that film. And Michelle Yeoh's performance in it absolutely brought it all together. So yeah, definitely a huge Michelle Yeoh fan. Many people would probably know her for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but she has had a career in the industry since 1984, which is just short of 4 decades. So yeah, she is not new to this. She's true to this. And she's been in many films, including Memoirs of a Geisha, loved her in that. The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, Reign of Assassins, Kung Fu Panda 2, The Lady, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Crazy Rich Asians, Last Christmas, and now Shang-Chi. And she'll also be starring in the upcoming film Gunpowder Milkshake, starring Angela Bassett, Karen Gillan, Lena Headey, and Carla Gugino. And that's another one I'm really excited for. So yeah, overall, I'm really anticipating this. I love to see, once again, that the MCU is expanding with new characters, new stories, new worlds. I think it just adds to the ever-expanding entity that is the MCU, which is really, really fun. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings will be released in theaters September 3rd. I'll definitely be watching. I will be here to give you guys my thoughts, and I am really excited to begin phase 4 of the MCU. So, once again, this is D, Movieman, signing off, and I'll see you with the movie.